Welcome to the Nightly Rant. I'm Mike.
And I'm Torya.
This is the show where we talk about the awful things that have happened in our day, the awesome things that have happened in our day,
and all the things in between.
Thanks for listening, and we truly hope you enjoy. So, today was interesting because all of a sudden, you have people that come up from your past and they have their little effect on you and then they go away.
Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a good thing.
And this guy, let's just say this happened so long ago that I forgot that I had reported it to Ripoff Report. That's how long ago it was.
Woo!
But I get this email today saying there's been a rebuttal filed to your report. And I was like, what did I report? And I click on it, and it's that jackass. And we podcasted about him before. We think it's on imzoo.com.
Because we can't find it.
Because you can't find it in the Nightly Rant page. But this guy had been harassing Victoria. He hired her to help teach him social media.
Yeah.
And he found you through a group online.
Yeah.
And he had you make some social media posts. And he would, if I remember correctly, and if I'm wrong, I'm purposely being the one telling the story because I want it to be as direct as possible. So if I'm wrong, correct me. But otherwise, let me go.
I will.
So, bro, how'd you make these social media posts and was like, I don't like those 10. I'll take these 5. And I'm only paying you this much because I pay you by however many I approve. And I didn't approve all of them. And then he would do it again and again. And all of a sudden, one day, you found out that he was posting to his social media account the images that he hadn't approved that he didn't pay for.
Yep, but he was sneakily posting them on Twitter instead of Instagram so that I wouldn't notice.
But he was doing it.
Yep.
Okay. So, you told him in a text message thread that you would no longer hand him over the content unless he paid for it first.
Pretty much.
And he basically threatened you and said he was going to show you what that was all about.
I'll teach you.
And that's when I decided to get involved.
Pretty much.
And I basically let him know that I knew he was a scammer, that I had found many, many things online about him that were criminal at best.
Right.
Felonious at worst.
Right.
And I told him that if he bothered you again, made another threat, that I would turn it over to the police. And they could come find him. And that's when he completely shut up and went away. Until today, when he filed that rebuttal.
And called me.
Oh, yes, and called you on the phone before we even knew about the rebuttal, which is the interesting part.
I think he probably called me on the phone before he posted the rebuttal, and then got all pissed off that I couldn't hear him and just hung up.
Yeah. But he starts off with a personal attack on you, saying you're a disgrace to the social media community.
It was special.
You're a disgrace because you reported his scamming activities. Gotta love it.
It says, Torya Primrose, you are a disgrace to the social media community. You're weak. You have no idea about marketing and a hater. I did pay you your lousy $50 after I noticed that you have absolutely no clue about online marketing. Your stupid social media posts suck too. All you know is how to work with bots, claiming you're the best. I hope that no one hires you. I have worked with hundreds of freelancers over the last 11 years. And I'm going to interject here, and never paid them. And never met an evil and incompetent people like you, or the guy who put virus in my clients' websites and video recorded me and put it on YouTube. You both guys won't survive in this business. You are desperate. Your husband is programming you too much, and get a life.
Yeah, I'm programming you.
Stay tuned and keep talking shit, as I don't care what people say about me whatsoever. This is the first time I'm complaining about something just because I saw this complaint of yours. I hope that you fall on your face. Bye, loser.
Mind you,
That's so fucking...
on the very website where the report is located, there's a left sidebar that has links to every other report on that site about that person/company.
Yeah.
They've linked them. And there was at least 22 in the left-hand side. At least. On the same guy. And most of them were, he didn't pay me.
So I'm going to interject this. And you can put bleepy sounds over it if you want to. But from me to you, Tony Favor, go suck a giant black cock.
Give me something to think about. A little research I have to do now. But the moral of the story is scammers have their own approach, and they'll always stick to that approach. This guy's approach has been to not pay people, and if anyone stands up to him, he attacks them personally and threatens them.
Right.
And he did just that just now. Today.
Yeah. I hope you fall on your face.
Yeah, the dude is...
I didn't see that before.
The dude is
Just kidding.
special. He is special. But I don't know, like we were just talking about the whole Teen Mom controversy thing. And you feel how ridiculous it is and blah, 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 blah. But see, what I see you doing, and it's not just you, it's everybody, is trying to decide who's more at fault. You're admitting that they're both at fault, the two parties involved. But you want to know who's more at fault. And my opinion is, if they're both at fault, then they both did something wrong to the other one.
Well, okay.
If it was a sporting game, one would have lost one game and one would have won the other game. So they'd both be 1-1 right now.
Can I just leave it at this? One is a bitch and one is a psycho, and that's just that?
Yeah, I mean, that surprised me how crazy that one person was. Like, really did surprise me.
Like, she just lost her shit.
Like, and you gotta admit, it surprised you too.
Okay.
Because she's never acted that way before.
They showed us the previews of her losing her shit. And I was like, oh great, what underhanded snide little comment did the other one make now? But she didn't! There was nothing!
Yeah.
There was just storming and savaging! Roaring!
Yeah. And then, like, the security guard was holding her back. Kind of Jerry Springer style, but still holding her back.
Well, they don't want anybody's face to actually get broken.
So she's yelling at him to let go of her while still yelling at the other one. See, that's what I said. I think I said this to you. She has more of that street level instinct.
Okay.
Come on. Kailyn is the prim and proper college student who got really good grades and was on the dean's list. And
did you miss the part where her mother was a drug addict and she essentially raised herself?
Her mother, maybe, but she is mature and an adult. She grew up. The other one is a gangster.
But I think she still has the street smart
But the other one is a gangster. Plain and simple.
Gangster is the word you want to use.
Still is one.
I was thinking more ghetto, but all right.
Still is one. Like, period. And you can't get rid of that. That's in a person. So tell me.
Tell you.
Those kind of situations bother you so much that you've even said you might not watch the show anymore.
Okay, the show is supposed to be about the moms and their kids, not the moms going full savage and punching the shit out of each other at the reunion show. And every single episode is about, oh my god, Brianna said this on Twitter. Oh my god, Kailyn said this to Javi. Blah! I don't care. Do you notice that Isaac hasn't been in a single episode this entire season?
Yeah, I did notice that.
And that Brianna's kids haven't been in a single episode this entire season. Why are they on Teen Mom? Why don't they just go find some backyard horse fighting show to host on MTV and just fight it out already?
You think they should make a new show?
Dumbasses fighting, yes. And Farrah can be on it, and those two morons can be on it.
Simon!
And they can bring
Especially Simon.
And they can bring Farrah's dad because he's a
him too, yeah. Especially him.
Fucking idiot.
And you know, I'm going to say this. Until this year, Randy could have gone too. But after this year, I'd take Randy off that list.
Randy would be a great moderator.
He'd be a good ring announcer.
Don't fight now.
He'd be a good ring announcer.
Hey guys.
Randy.
But
I used to not like Randy. I used to really dislike Randy. Like, I despise him.
You know who else could go in the show? Amber. Because she could fight all of them and win.
You know
She's
what?
one feisty one.
Amber could be 700 pounds or 7 pounds. She would still kick all their asses.
I know, too.
Because she's like, okay, there are people who, like, when you go to the gym with them, it doesn't matter what you throw at them, they plow through it. They get to the other side. They take the beating and they keep going. Okay?
Well,
she's one of those people. In a physical fight, she's just going to take the beating. Because the ultimate goal for her is to beat the other person and knock them out. So she doesn't care. She's one punch away from being knocked out herself. As long as the other person gets knocked out.
At her thinnest is when she beat up Gary.
Yeah.
Colossus Gary.
Yeah. Well, but how much of that was Gary being smart enough not to hit a woman?
She punched him in the face and shoved him through a door. I'm not sure he had much opportunity in that instance.
You're saying she got the best of him there?
I think that she snuck up and used it to her advantage, yes.
Which is why she got convicted.
Yes.
Because it was premeditated, more than likely.
But you were saying how in this episode Chelsea's kind of doing the same thing as Farrah did and refusing to film with people who are going to be all hatery. And I don't think she is, because honestly, that stage was not safe for her. It wasn't.
It's still the same thing. When instead of saying MTV, you need to get this under control because it's not safe for me, she said, I don't want anything to do with your drama.
Well, she said that to them.
I will not film with you if you're going to have your drama. Which is exactly what Farrah did. I don't like that you don't like me.
You missed it.
So since you don't like me, I'm not going to film with you.
You missed part of it. Where she was saying, and being filmed saying to her producers, that she didn't feel safe filming while she was pregnant with all that drama.
I don't care what she says behind the scenes. I care what's said to everyone else, because that's what matters. You know,
it was said to everyone else. They aired it.
Let me ask you a question. If Yogi is my friend, and he lives across the hall, and he texts me and he makes me mad, but I don't tell him and I act like I'm not mad, but I tell you, when I'm with Yogi, does that mean I'm not mad at him?
I don't know.
No, I'm still mad at him.
Okay.
That's why I told you I'm mad at him. But you just act like an adult and you move forward. Well, same thing there.
I don't agree. But that's fine.
It's the same thing
I
there.
agree with you.
She doesn't need to act that way. She needs to deal with the correct culprit. The correct culprit is the network. The network, those are all network employees.
They encourage it.
That's the point.
So quitting is really essentially her only option.
No, she can go to them and threaten to quit. To them, not telling the girls, well, if you don't do this, I'm out of here. Because if I was one of them, I'd purposely do the shit that she didn't want me to do, just to be like, oh yeah, bitch, you're going to leave because I did that? Watch, you're not going to leave.
I don't even 1% agree with you. It's the same situation as Farrah, but that's okay.
But that's because you love Chelsea. She's your favorite teen mom. Yes,
that's not why.
She's your favorite teen mom, and that's why.
That's nice, but that's
it's
still not
bias.
why. Okay.
Bias, right, Yogi?
You keep saying that.
Thank you, Yogi, for agreeing with me. Yogi agrees with me. Am I correct, pretty girl? She agrees with me, too.
Yeah,
that's
keep asking things.
3-1.
Speak back. All right,
3-1.
whatever makes you happy.
Odie agrees with you.
That's nice.
So it's 3-2.
Odie's dumb.
So you lose. Odie's not dumb, but maybe you're right. Maybe Odie's dumb. Maybe that's why we don't agree with your side. He does.
Uh-huh.
The dumb one agrees with you.
Whatever you say.
Poor Odie. Odie's not dumb. He's actually, this dog is the MacGyver of the house. Come on, let's be real.
I don't think...
How does this dog manage to escape from a crate?
Stop interrupting me. I don't think being destructive is MacGyver.
How is it destructive to figure out your way out of a crate?
Because he chews everything off of the crate to get out, and then gnaws through the fucking bars, and then eats the poo bag holder of his leash today at the vet. How is that not destructive? How is that MacGyver? It's destructive. The towel he pulled into the cage now has a giant colossal hole in it. Because he chewed a giant fucking hole in it.
Rewind.
No!
Rewind just a second. So the very first time when we left him out and he got out of the dining room, that wasn't MacGyver? Of course it was. The second
Pushing
time,
his way through a gate,
the second time that we
MacGyvering.
locked him in the crate and somehow he figured out how to get the side door open, that wasn't MacGyver? Of course it was. That dog figured out that latch somehow. How?
Because he chewed
Y'all
on
tell me
it.
Yogi's a fucking genius. And the fucking genius has yet to figure out how to get out of the cage. Just saying. No answer to that?
Nope.
That's right, because
I
he's
don't
pretty
think
dang
he's
smart.
MacGyver. I think
He's
he's just
MacGyver.
a destructive asshole.
It's MacGyver.
Destructive.
MacGyver Odie.
Okay.
McOdie.
I don't have to agree with you.
McOdie!
You can have your ridiculous opinions all to
It's
yourself over there.
crazy. It's crazy. Then you got Yogi over here, who is afraid of his own shadow. And I don't know what the chubby cat's doing. She's like laying in front of the door. What, you want to go outside, pretty girl?
My friend is all feisty about the whole scammer situation that I posted on my Facebook.
Oh, the one with the angry face?
And she said, when I do commissions, I won't even start them until I've been paid in full. This person is a dumbass. And then I said, yes.
Oh, is that Samantha?
Yeah. And unfortunately for him, I'm good enough at what I do to make sure a lot of people know that. And she said, honest to God, could you imagine walking into a grocery store and then taking your items home and then paying? People are ridiculous. And I said, you don't eat the food in the grocery store?
That's funny. Well, this guy, though, what I think is funny is that later on he's going to say, you know, your work sucked.
Yeah.
It sucked so bad that he felt the need to steal it.
I know. It's just pure... No, she's private messaging me.
It's just funny. But...
I'm so angry.
Yeah, but you don't have much else to say about it, and neither do I, so let's boogie on out of here and harass the dogs and cool off this place, because it's getting hot in here.
It really is. I can hear the air conditioning running in our bedroom. It sounds
And
wonderful.
here comes Pretty Girl
Anyway.
to annoy us, as she always does at least once a show. Hi, Pretty Girl. Sup?
Good night, everyone. And the pretty girl.
Hasta la bye-bye, Pretty Girl.
Do you miss the glory days of talk radio, where the hosts knew their stuff and were not spreading fake stories? What would it be like if those same hosts could speak their mind and not have to answer to management for it? I have just the thing for you. Spencer Hughes Podcast Adventures is the new show from Spencer Hughes, formerly of Fox News Radio and a host of other places. For as little as $1 a month, you can have access to Spencer again. His insights will make you think, and his humor will make you laugh. This is your chance to help a man build his dream and support his family. Head over to patreon.com/Spencer Hughes today and subscribe to one of the several levels you can choose from. You will not be disappointed in the content you are going to begin receiving. Patreon.com/Spencer Hughes. Adventurous content, the way radio used to be.
Hi everyone, this is Mike, and I truly hope you enjoyed this show. You're able to subscribe to this show on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher so as to never miss an episode. If by chance you did miss an episode here or there, you can catch up on all shows, past and present, by heading over to yogispodcastnetwork.com/TNR show. Thanks for listening.